Welcome back to MC in Focus. We've returned from our spring break and have more stories on our community and abroad. Our first story is about the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. A quote from Martin Luther King Jr. As we all continue to watch the violence in Eastern Europe, there are several dozens of students that find it difficult to cope with the invasion of Ukraine. The ongoing news about Russia and Ukraine continues to change daily. As of recently, Russian President Putin has been accused of war crimes. Ukrainian President Zelensky wants to end the civil war by meeting with Putin, but unfortunately, as of now, there will not be any solutions anytime soon. MC is here for you, and we are reaching out to Ukrainian students to offer support and guidance. There is counseling available for students at the Shaw Center through the Faculty and Staff Assistance Program. Maryland drivers are feeling the price at the pump. Gas has surpassed $4 a gallon in most counties throughout the state, the highest most consumers have seen since 2008. Prices have been slowly climbing, but this spike resulted from possible United States oil supply disruptions. But don't fear, Montgomery College has opportunities to help students burdening the cost. The free MC Shuttle bus service runs between all three campuses. To hop aboard and travel, a valid student ID and face mask is required. The shuttle will run until May 13th this year, so take advantage and keep money in your pockets. Spring is here early this year. At least that's what the cherry blossoms seem to think. After a pandemic-induced absence last year, the National Cherry Blossom Festival is back and the trees aren't wasting any time starting the show. If you're in the area or maybe just tired of Tidal Bassin, visit Kenwood for a leisurely stroll through the neighborhood to take insights of the season. You'll want to act soon though, as we're already nearing the end of the peak bloom period. Oh, and don't forget to be mindful of parking restrictions. Join MC as we celebrate Women's History Month. MC is having a financial workshop with Sky Point Federal Credit Union. On March 30th from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., the Germantown campus will have a lunch and learn on homeownership. Students will learn about the hardships women overcome while trying to become homeowners. There will also be a simulator activity on how to budget and save for a down payment on the houses, so be sure to bring a laptop. Free lunch will be provided for students who attend the full event. Students can register online if interested. Hip Hip Hoorays are in order for Montgomery County Public School graduates who put in the hard work and made the overall graduation rate rise by 2.1%. Specifically, this increase rose the graduation rate from 89.3% to 91.4% across the Montgomery County Public School District. This is also notably higher than the Maryland state average of 87.2%. For those students who made this possible, keep up the good work and pursue your dreams. We will now leave the news of high school and college with the commercial break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Adoption is a great way to give a rescue dog a nice, loving home. However, many new pet owners are not prepared for the responsibility of taking care of them. The most common form of animal abuse is neglect. When looking to adopt, people need to keep in mind how much the dog will need to eat and drink to stay healthy, and be prepared to groom and take your dog to the vet regularly. Responsibly adopt a dog today and help put an end to animal abuse.
Montgomery College has been a staple for students in Montgomery County for over 70 years. In that time, we have been recognized as one of the best community colleges in Maryland. Not only is MC affordable, but it also has a high population of diverse students. Our financial aid has helped over thousands of students and could even help you. We can't wait for you to join us and become an MC Raptor.
Around the world, we now turn our attention to Ethiopia as a new center has just opened.
Over the years, Montgomery College has strived to create an environment of diversity and inclusiveness. Through its community engagement centers, partnerships with nonprofits, and community events, the college aims to empower students and county residents by connecting with those in underserved and underrepresented communities. The Ethiopian community, especially, has seen significant growth within Montgomery County in recent decades. In order to address this growing demographic, Montgomery College and MCTV have taken steps to further engage with the Ethiopian community. MCTV hired a new producer, Mr. Germa Hagos, who is of Ethiopian descent and will be working on outreach within the community.
CTV really wants to engage with the community about items that are important to them. So if it's about getting a certificate to help them get a step up in their current job, or perhaps starting college and going through our first 2 years at MC and transferring to a 4-year school, we want to be able to get that information out to the community and let them know about programs, scholarships, opportunities, internships, financial aid, all the things that are important to anyone who's making a decision about their higher education goals.
MC also operates a community engagement center in Silver Spring as a way to better serve the Ethiopian population.
So people want to get a better job, people want to pursue a nursing degree, for example, and so they meet with our staff to figure out where to start, and then get connected either to the non-credit side or the degree-seeking side. Because people tend to say, like, I want to be a nurse, or I want to work in IT, but they're not really aware of what it takes to get there, nor all the other jobs related to that are available in the field.
MC continues to be a reflection of the diversity within Montgomery County. It'll be interesting to see what future plans the college has towards community engagement. For MC in Focus, this is Chineze Ara.
Beginning on March 28th, masks will become optional for students using certain indoor facilities. These include gyms, libraries, art centers, workspaces, and meeting areas. Any facilities not mentioned will still require a mask. This means that students in classrooms will still need to wear one. This relaxed measure comes from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, as well as various local and state health officials. What's cool in the movies? What's hot in the sports? For a lukewarm answer, we go to Miguel with our alternative news with a degree of MC in Focus.
What's up, Makayla? Good to see you. How are you? Sweet. What's going on, Raptors? I'm Miguel, bringing you recent updates in arts and entertainment news I found the most interesting. This week, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is thanking power couple Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, who was born in the Ukraine herself, for their GoFundMe campaign, which raised over $35 million in aid for refugees in the war-torn region. Zelensky personally reached out to the couple via public video call, saying they were among the first to respond to our grief. Celebrities using their influence to make real positive change is always good news. Speaking of good news, we're breaking the first on-air announcement of the winners of last night's MC's Got Talent show. The show was dominated by incredible singers, with the top 4 all being vocal performances. The top spot was awarded to Mazare Sila, who will be receiving a scholarship with proceeds from the event being matched by the Rockville Student Senate's Foundation. This year's event marks the 10th anniversary of the competition. The video game industry is being shaken to its core with the release of Valve's Steam Deck, the answer to what happens if you cross a Nintendo Switch with a powerful gaming PC. Pre-orders for the deck opened July of last year, but have not until now shipped, leaving many customers still waiting. In a recent interview, Valve designer Lawrence Yang explained the company expects production to ramp up as it continues surmounting the supply chain issues that led to the delay. Valve expects to be producing hundreds of thousands of units by next month, so hopefully this issue clears up. In comic book news this week, director Matt Reeves announced a spin-off prequel comic book for his latest The Batman film titled Riddler Year One, and it'll be written by the actor who played the live-action Riddler in the movie. The announcement came with some teaser art from the comic. At the box office, the movie has now passed the 600 million mark. That's the power of good word of mouth. And I'll be buying the comic book, by the way. In other movie news, Paramount Plus has released their first trailer for The Offer, a 10-episode miniseries exploring the making of the iconic Godfather film. The series is based on Oscar-winning producer Al Ruddy's never-before-revealed experiences making the Francis Ford Coppola-directed classic and is set to premiere April 28th. In sports news, the UFC is making its return to Florida for the upcoming UFC 273 pay-per-view card, locked and loaded for Saturday, April 9th in Jacksonville. The promotion unveiled the official poster for the championship event a few days ago. UFC 273 will be headlined by the featherweight title fight between division champion Alexander Volkanovski and the top 145-pounder known as the Korean Zombie. He's a #1 contender. I'm a fan of both, and I'll be watching live. That's all I've got for you this week, MC. Back to you, Makayla.
Thanks, Miguel.
Yes.
Who are you rooting for that fight?
I will be rooting for the Korean Zombie. I'm a big fan of him. He's a skinny, tall, lanky guy who knocks people out, and it's just crazy to see.
Okay. Now, put on your caps and gowns once more as we go back to the story about our graduation coming from MC in Focus.
It's time for graduation at MC, and after 2 years of virtual ceremonies, students and their families will now be able to attend an in-person commencement on the Rockville campus. The college made the decision to return to an in-person ceremony after receiving ardent requests from MC students.
I feel very proud that Montgomery College reversed its decision and listened to the student body. I had help from 175 other students. I had help from other students on the Germantown campus and the Tacoma Park campus that were also leading charges on this issue without me even knowing about them. And together, we showed the Montgomery College administration that we wanted this. And the fact that Montgomery College listened makes me proud to be an alumni.
Commencement will now take place on Thursday, May 19th for graduates with last names A to L, and Friday, May 20th for graduates with last names M to Z. The ceremony will take place outdoors with an option to watch the live stream indoors as well. For more information on the ceremony, check out the Commencement 2022 page on the MC website.
Before you step outside your comfy homes and traverse the wilderness that is the great outdoors, you may want to watch our MC in Focus weather report, hosted by Jonathan Scheider.
For Friday, March 25th, it will be 58 degrees. Sunny in the morning, then return partly sunny, highs around the 60s. For Saturday, March 26th, 53 degrees. Mostly sunny with a 40% chance of showers, highs in the mid-50s. For night, it will be 34. Partly cloudy, lows in the mid-30s. For Sunday, March 27th, it will be 46. Mostly sunny, highs in the mid-40s. At night, it will be 25 degrees, mostly clear, lows in the upper 20s. My name is Jonathan Schreider, and this has been your weekly weather report.
That's all we have for you today. Tune in next week for a new episode of MC in Focus. I'm your host, Makayla Preston, and thank you for joining me today.